Hello and welcome to the next episode of the Primis Propositions vodcast here in the Lion Roar. I'm Matt Brown, Head of Mortgage and Protection Proposition, and I'm joined by one of our wonderful leading ladies, Nikki Hemmings, our GI Proposition Manager. Hiya, Nikki, you okay?
Hi, Matt. Thank you for that lovely introduction once again. Every month you think of something different. Thank you.
Absolutely.
As Matt said, welcome to our latest episode of Hear the Lion Roar. We have got a great guest for you lined up for this month. I've been lucky enough to work with him for over the last few years, and I'm pleased to welcome Guy Whittaker, Key Account Manager at LVGI, who many of you will probably know from L&G GI. Welcome, Guy.
Hi, Nikki. Hi, Matt.
Hi, Guy.
Hiya, Guy. You okay?
All good, thank you.
Good stuff.
Good, good. So, Guy, as I said in my intro, I have worked with you for a few years now. But for those of you watching who don't know you as well as I do, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, as you mentioned, I'm a key account manager for LVGI. LVGI just recently launching into the intermediary market space, but you will know us and the team from legal and general insurance. So we have operated in the intermediary sector for some time. We've worked with you guys for Primis, and we've worked together for years, as you've already said.
Yeah.
So there'll be lots of familiar faces and people that Primis advisors know. So a little bit more about me. So I've worked in insurance for over 20 years. I started working for Allianz Insurance, and now Allianz are the parent group of LVGI. So I'm still talking to Allianz Insurance all those years later. And clearly I worked for legal and general between those times. I've worked both on the network distribution side of things, commercial insurance, retail insurance, intermediary insurance. So yeah, all over the insurance sort of industry. But really enjoyed working with Primis and advisors and understanding how advisors bring benefit to their customers. So I'm hoping to do much more of that with the LV proposition in mind.
Awesome. Thanks, Guy. And, I'm glad you just touched on that, because that rolls me nicely into the next question. A lot of brokers will be familiar with that L&G product. It's been on our panel at Primis for a number of years. As you just mentioned, it's moving to the LVGI brand. Tell us a bit more about that, about the product, and what benefit really LV are bringing into the intermediary market right now. Why is that so exciting for our advisors?
Yeah, it's a good question. There are a huge host of benefits. If we just take it at the product level and compare it to the previous Smart Quote product that people will, just be finishing off using now, there are 25 different product benefit level improvements as we move on to the LV Smart Quote product. That's increased benefit levels. It might be just nuances of terms and conditions that offer improved outcomes for customers and things of that nature. But there's some more surprising things. I think if we're launching into the market, people would expect us to bring a great product. But it's things like our multi-product discount, where if an advisor is talking to one of their customers who already holds an LV product, let's say the customer is one of the 7 million LV insurance policy holders, then they will automatically, as they use the LV Smart Quote system, have a multi-product discount applied to their home insurance. And then when their other LV products come to renewal, it will apply multi-product discounts on those. Looking at all those different features, actually having the conversation with one of your advisors and going for another LV branded product could end up saving customers.
Excellent. What a great thing to be bringing to our proposition. And obviously as well, something else that's going to be a great addition is something that we've been working on together now for the past year or so, is making sure that the new LV proposition fits in with Toolbox. I know that entails a much shorter question set. So tell us how this works and the benefits of this process as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've been discussing getting short question set onto Toolbox for quite some time now. So it's a personal achievement for both of us that we're really excited about.
Yeah.
There's a huge amount of advantages. I mean, the obvious one, there's less questions, it's quicker. So it just doesn't take as long to do the end-to-end process. So it's a more efficient, effective customer journey. Alongside that, it's freeing up time so that as opposed to just collecting answers from the questions you're asking the customer, it frees up time to provide advice so that the customer can have a greater understanding of the benefits that that product has and making sure that it meets their needs. Most importantly, I mean, if you look at Smart Quote products, we've got a lot of data that sits behind there. So there's over 400 different pieces of data that sits behind the name, address, postcode type field. It's all like publicly available stuff. But so we understand the flood profile of the building. We understand what that building was made of, all of these bits and pieces, which means it lowers the potential for non-disclosure or accidental misdisclosure because we already know the information about a huge amount of the building itself. So again, that helps advisors. It's lowering their liability, lowering the network's liability as a whole, and again, better customer outcomes off the back of that. So I think there's lots of reasons for Primus advisors to be excited about the launch, and I can't wait for it to go on.
Yeah.
Love it. I can feel the excitement and I can see Nikki's little smile about it. I think you've been waiting a bit for this, Nikki, also.
A long time. Me and Guy have been waiting for it for a long time. We've chatted about it for so long now. So, yeah, we're both really excited.
Guy, as we know, LV is a household name. There aren't many people who haven't heard of LV, haven't seen them on TV, seen them on billboards, seen advertisements. You're a really popular brand. But, what, in your view, does the LV brand and LV itself mean to customers?
Yeah, it's a good question, and I think one that advisors will get to be more passionate as they get to know us. So the LV brand vision is about being Britain's best loved insurer, and the way to do that is to really care about your service to your customer. So, and it's more so than just making that as a statement. It really does follow the brand and the operation right the way through. I think the other things that LV bring is, you mentioned the sort of scale of LV, and yeah, we are one of Britain's largest insurers, but we're utilising that scale for the benefit of advisors and their customers. So it might be that just pure operating capacity means that where you get large events, be it the recent storms that we've had so many of so far this year, we've got the scale to operate nationally, and we've got the scale to leverage our own operations to ensure that we are there to help our customers in their time of need. If that's something that's happened to one individual or it's happening to many individuals over a storm event or a flood event. I mean, some stats wise, we handle in excess of 58,000 claims per year. So yeah, it's definitely all about the customer and making sure that they feel looked after with one of our products.
Sure. And talking about the storms, Guy, my kids lost a trampoline to the storms. We're still in mourning over said trampoline. It wasn't great, was it? There was quite a lot of chaos caused by that last one, but absolutely, that's why you guys are there, to help people pick up the phone and support. So thanks for that. Look, we've learned about LV. We've learned about what you can offer. But I suppose, my last question to you really would be, why do you think that general insurance should be an absolutely imperative part of the sales process? Why should brokers be talking to their customers about helping them with their GI?
I think it's about just giving your customer sound, holistic advice. So if you're enabling your customer to get a mortgage and, effectively have the liability of all of the bricks and mortar and the cost of that and the borrowing factor, then it's about looking after that, looking after it as a home and as potentially a family home which is full of the personal possessions of yourself and your loved ones. So it's really just talking to them about their needs and ensuring that those needs are met. And an advised sale really does have plenty of benefits there for a customer. There's lots of indications that customers don't necessarily understand the complexities of home insurance. It seems quite simple because it's very common where people go, well, you know, I insure my home or I insure my car. But there's a lot of different facets of home insurance, whether it's liability to the public, whether it's storm damage, floods, and because different insurers and different distributors have different propositions, there's a lot for a customer to understand. Whereas an advisor can bring the benefits of their experience to them and be confident that they're giving them some real material benefits. So the products that we offer the intermediary market really do ensure that advisors didn't have a demand for quality. And I think sometimes we see where aggregator sites have a slightly louder voice on the cheapness of a product. Now, it has to be good value. I absolutely recognise that, but you cannot sacrifice that for quality, and advisors won't allow you to. So that's again where we're bringing really high quality products, all of those benefit level improvements, and things like including home emergency as standard. We've got a good level of standard accidental damage cover on both of the products that we offer in the intermediary market. Both products offer trace and access cover. It's these important differences that making sure that the customer is looked after and making sure those quality demands of advisors are met.
Yeah, I totally agree with all of that. I think the whole advice thing is something that I try to get across to the brokers on a daily basis. That's a really, really good point to touch on. And, you know, obviously having the quality products that you've got, you know, it's a fantastic proposition out there for our brokers. To wrap up your message, Guy, we've said now we're both really excited about the quick quote launch, about you guys coming onto panel. Sum up why our brokers should be really excited about LV joining the Primus GI proposition and everything that's kind of going to bring with it.
There's a lot to summarise in that. What should I say? Where should I go with? Look, it's going to be way, way quicker in order to give your customers a really, really good product. The pricing is going to be fantastic, broad underwriting footprint, improvements on new build. You know, end to end, this makes it really simple to give your customer a quote and then put a product in place for them. Much quicker, much better for the customer. Great products, great brand. And there, yeah, you can access those multi-product discounts there if they're one of the many LV policyholders already. So chances are they are going to be people that you'll be speaking to, and it's something that can differentiate against anything that they may be getting from aggregator sites or your competitors. So yeah, loads of stuff to be excited about.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Guy. Do you know, in my role, I spend most of my time talking about mortgages or pure protection. And I guess the last 20 minutes or so, just hearing you two buzzing about GI, I've learned loads. I think we've got some amazing stuff coming to Primus brokers. I think you guys moving across from the L&G to LV stuff, just it feels exciting in the space. So thanks for coming on today and talking to us. Hopefully people watching this back will be getting the buzz that you two have got. You know, you've only been waiting however many years for this to happen. So it all sounds exciting. So listen, Guy, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much, Guy.
Really appreciate it. Thanks. All right. See you.
Cheers. See you. Bye.
Bye.